Of course, as we mentioned last weekend, anger is a common, healthy emotion even, but it's important to deal with it in a very positive way. This morning, we wanted to continue our conversation from last weekend on anger management and learning ways to help you get it under control. So this morning, we have back with us licensed therapist and our good friend, Kevin Peterson. Kevin, good Sunday morning to you, my friend. Thank you so much. A lot of people actually wrote into us saying this is something they struggle with as well. You are helping so many people this morning. Thank you very much.
Oh, Jordan, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me. And, I think these conversations can do a lot of good for everybody.
Absolutely. And one of the things that we had talked about, and I want to get this out of the way before we dive in any deeper, is the fact that anger is in fact a very natural human emotion. We're not trying to eliminate anger altogether, but we want to control it rather than controlling us. Right, Kevin?
Absolutely. The anger is a normal emotion, just like sadness, just like loneliness, frustrations, being scared, those are normal emotions and it's okay to have them. It's just that we don't want them to run the show. That the goal is to put everything in its place and allow it to have its moment and then sort of be able to, what we call self-regulate and come back.
Yeah, absolutely. Last weekend you kind of talked to us a little bit about why it's so important for us to pause and try to calm ourselves before we continue. Wanted to pick up where we left off, which is a lot of people were saying we're trying. What are some good techniques so that maybe we can do in a matter of a few seconds before I hit send on this text that I want to send to my coworker, or before, I want to maybe yell some profanity at this driver that's right next to me. What is something I can do in a matter of seconds to help me out there?
One of my favorite things, and we kind of talked about it a little bit last week, is just take that deep breath and just take a moment, count to 10. You don't have, everyone thinks when I say, oh, you need to breathe or meditate, oh, you want me to sit for 15 minutes in the lotus position and burn incense and chant. I'm like, no, I just want you to stop and take 10 seconds and take a breath and hold it and just be in that moment. That's the first thing I always tell people.
How does that help us, Kevin? I mean, obviously we hear deep breaths from the time we're little kind of to help calm us down a little bit, but how exactly scientifically does that help?
It slows our heart rate down. It definitely gives our brain a chance to calm down. It creates a little serotonin, a little dopamine, and it allows us to bring down our metabolism and bring down the heart rate, which allows us a chance to think. And all those mechanisms defeat stress and anxiety. And that's kind of how that's the initial thing that what happens.
Kevin, I'm curious because I think one of the questions we actually did get from some people last weekend was, how do you know when your anger is getting a little bit out of hand? How do you know when it goes from kind of being that healthy emotion to getting a little scary for you?
One of the things I would always tell people is take notice of what it is you're getting angry about and where it takes you. I like using scales like 1 to 10. 1 is like, meh, I don't care. 10 is, I'm absolutely livid. I can't see straight. And, if you find yourself in the 5+ region, I think that's something you want to take a look at and consider asking for help, because that's the most important thing, is asking for help. And, go find a professional, go find somebody that can walk you through this. And to me, that's always the number one thing.
I'm so glad you touched on that. Really quickly, I want to ask, where can you go for help? If that is something that somebody at home is saying, you know what, I don't think I can handle this on my own. One, that is okay. We want to let everybody know that's perfectly fine if you can't handle this on your own. But we do want you to know that there is help and resources available. Where can they go for those?
Colorado and the Denver Metro, Colorado entirely has an amazing community mental health system. So the first thing I would say is just, go online and, see what county you're in, what city you're in. And they have therapy available for everyone at all cost levels. So if you don't have any money and you don't have insurance, they have an opportunity for you. So there's no, everybody's accepted. And then the second thing is take a look at psychologytoday.com. You can punch in your zip code and punch in your issues and punch in your insurance, and you'll get back people that take your insurance. The other thing is there's plenty of great meditation websites and podcasts that you can take a look at that will help you start by just calming yourself.
Yeah, really teaching you how to take those deep breaths or how to regulate it in the moment. Kevin, one thing that a lot of people said they like to do is think about maybe what's going right in their life. We ask every Sunday morning, we ask for that kind of mental health check-in with our friends at home. What's bringing them joy in their lives? Really quickly before we let you go, I got to put you on the spot. What's bringing you joy this week, my friend?
Well, I'll tell you, you're talking about a gratitude list, and I'm a big fan of the gratitude list. So, what's bringing me joy? I got to tell you, Jordan, I always look forward to our conversations. They're a lot of fun. I get to hang out today with my wife and our 3 dogs, and and have some fun. Let's see, what else have I got going on this
You
week?
got a lot.
I get to reconnect.
That's great. That's a non-exhaustive list of things bringing you joy. Kevin, my friend, you are bringing us so much joy this morning. Thank you for being with us and having this important conversation. We appreciate it.